top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts Bringing Value Home. U.S. Secretary of State orders diplomats to stay silent on elections in foreign countries. 6 of 7 political parties received the nod from GCOM, will contest the 2025 elections. AFC eyes joinder option. ADRIANA Young case, hotel cameras were working, legal battle coming, attorney. And the GTU demands answers from state on reinstating remittance of union dues. MANICKCHAND refuses to comment. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm ALETHEA Grant with the Friday 18th July 2025 edition of the HGP Nightly News. This is what we will tell you this evening. As Guyana prepares for general and regional elections, the United States on Friday said it will be making changes to its posture to the electoral process in foreign countries, opting for caution and restraint under a new directive from Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Tiana Cole has the details.
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has instructed American diplomats around the world not to comment on the fairness or integrity of elections held in foreign countries. This marks a significant departure from Washington's traditional policy of advocating for free and fair elections overseas. The directive was communicated in an internal State Department cable dated July 17 and reported by Reuters news agency, which said that the department would no longer release election-related statements or social media posts from Washington unless there is a quote-unquote clear and compelling foreign policy interest. Quote-unquote, when it is appropriate to comment on a foreign election, our message should be brief, focused on congratulating the winning candidate and, when appropriate, noting shared foreign policy interest. The cable stated it was marked sensitive but not classified. The memo further instructed diplomats to avoid making any comments on the legitimacy, fairness, or democratic values of the electoral process in other nations. It also emphasized that any election-related messages should come directly from the Secretary or State of Department's official spokesperson. Diplomats were warned not to issue such statements without explicit clearance from senior leadership. Earlier this month, United States Ambassador to Guyana Nicole Theriault told reporters on the sidelines of an event that Guyana Police Force has requested support from the U.S. government as the country gears up for its elections. Ambassador Theriault said officials from Las Vegas or Miami-Dade are expected to arrive in Guyana shortly.
So we're playing a role and we're coordinating amongst all of the missions. We're coordinating with the Private Sector Commission. Anyone who is doing election observation here, CARICOM as well. We're trying to ensure that we're all working together so that we're not redundant and that hopefully every polling station in the country has international observers.
When asked whether she believes Guyanese are heading into a credible election on September 1, Ambassador Theriault said the United States can only provide support where it is needed.
We meet regularly with GCOM, the CEO, the commissioners, the chairwoman, and as they've described the process, we feel that this can be a free, fair, and transparent election. But all of the procedures just simply have to be followed at every polling station in the country. And having those international observers there, having those party observers there is going to be very instrumental in that.
Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
With just weeks to go before the polls, the Guyana Elections Commission GCOM has cleared the path for full-scale campaigning by approving 6 of 7 lists submitted on nomination day. Here again is Tiana Cole.
The Guyana Elections Commission GCOM on Friday approved 6 out of 7 lists submitted on nomination day. The approved list include the People's Progressive Party Civic PPPC, a Partnership for National Unity APNU, the Alliance for Change, AFC, Reinvest in Nationhood, WIN, the Assembly for Liberty and Prosperity, ALP, and Forward Guyana Movement. The Horizon and Star Party was not approved. GCOM's commissioner says Gunraj told reporters that of the 6 approved list, 4 are contested in all 10 regions, while ALP will contest in 6 regions and Forward Guyana Movement in 7.
So now that you have approved lists, that issue of JOINDER can be considered, and there's also a timeline as set out and published by the Commission for that.
Meanwhile, Alliance for Change AFC Chairman David Patterson said during a press conference on Friday that the party is actively exploring the possibility of forming a joinder list with other parties.
We are looking at all possibilities, all avenues to depose the PPP. And if our analysis says that is a viable route, we will take it.
Patterson further noted that discussions on possible collaborations have been ongoing and will continue not just around joinder, but also regarding the placement of personnel at polling stations. Discussions
are ongoing with all parties. And just to follow up, if you want to know, all parties except the PPP.
With the final list approved, the elections body has set the stage for the next phase of campaigning. According to GECOM's timeline, this approval comes exactly 4 to 5 days before Election Day, signaling the official start of what is expected to be an intense race for the seat of government. Tiana Ko reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
3 months after Adriana Young was found dead in a hotel pool, her family's attorney confirms that the hotel's cameras were active and says legal action is imminent due to the police's failure to act on key evidence. Tiana Cole reports.
Attorney at law Dr. Dexter Todd, who is representing the family of 11-year-old Adriana Young, has confirmed that the surveillance cameras at a double-day hotel located in Tucson were working at the time of the incident and strongly questioned why the police have not acted on available footage.
We are aware that the cameras at that hotel, the cameras were active.
He expressed concern that the authorities may be waiting for footage to disappear.
Police think that they are going to wait until all these things are disappeared out of the clouds and you can't get any type of footage whatsoever. Then to come to tell the public, or at some stage to say that we have no video, it remains questionable.
Dr. Todd emphasized that once the police concludes its investigation, the family is prepared to take legal action.
We are awaiting for the police to say they have concluded their investigations. And then we are going to present very clearly what is it we have. We will definitely battle this out in court.
Dr. Todd revealed that the only document handed over to him was the final post-mortem report. That report was shared with Dr. Carol Terry in Georgia, who is serving as a quality assurance expert on the case. According to him, Dr. Terry's inquiries have gone unanswered.
Dr. Terry has questioned in relation to looking at videos, photographs of the pool, trying to determine whether there was anything in the pool that could have trapped her.
Dr. Todd Ford stated that Dr. Terry had requested details on the tile pattern of the pool, aiming to determine whether certain body impressions were consistent with the surface.
More than half of the pool, there are no tiles.
He also highlighted that several persons seen on video at the scene have not been interviewed by the police.
The police cannot say that these persons refused to give statements because they did not. They were never contacted by the police. The person who started the live of this young girl being missing was never interviewed by the police, was never contacted by the police. That person who started the live never moved from that scene.
Dr. Todd noted that when he was brought onto the case, he enlisted private investigators, but to date, their findings have not been followed up by the authorities.
We have a number of concerns here. He completed his investigations. Now we have a situation where the crime chief is saying the investigation is active.
He also disclosed that a report compiled by a retired Canadian investigator has still not been shared with him. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
We have more news for you. Stay tuned.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc. powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
With 70% ethyl alcohol, Mighty Foam Hand Sanitizer eliminates 99.99% of all germs and even moisturizes in the process, leaving your skin clean and hydrated. Mighty Foam Hand Sanitizer. How do you stay clean?
Krishna Roth Establishment. No job is too small or too large. We specialize in all types of fabricating, machinery, excavator repairs, rice field pumps, and hydraulic hoses. Visit us at Lot 113, Block CC Monrepo, East Coast, Demerara, or call 220-9624, 616-9416, or 619-7880. At Krishna Roth Establishment, no job is too small or too large.
Election offenses are actions that have been made illegal by law with a view to ensure that the elections are free, fair, and transparent. Some election offenses are voting more than once in the same election, voting or attempting to vote if you are not qualified to do so, voting in the name of another person, canvassing for voters or interfering with an elector within 200 yards of a polling station, removing or defacing a lawfully displayed official electoral notice or election materials, deliberately obstructing or interfering with the work of an election officer. Any person found guilty of an election offense may be fined and imprisoned. For some offenses, a person may be disqualified from voting in future elections. Do not commit election offenses. For more information, contact the GCOM on 225-02779 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
With us, you with the HGP Nightly News. A re-elected People's Progressive Party civic government does not mean the current crop of government ministers will retain their positions. That's according to the party's General Secretary, Antonio Day, reports.
According to General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party Civic, Bar Jagdeo, new requirements are currently being ironed out for the selection of the party's next cabinet.
The president chooses the cabinet, and clearly he will, you have to look at performance. In my view, performance, suitability, skill.
According to Jagdeo, it is important that a competent cabinet be put in place and believes that whatever government team is chosen will have to align with the party's vision.
It's not our intention to grow the number of ministries. It is to ensure that work is done more effectively in a different way so that we can better serve the citizens of the country. And that may necessitate some reorganization.
Jagdeo said that every government is required to re-examine its mistakes and see where there is a need for change. According to him, the reorganization of the cabinet does not necessarily mean ministers have failed in their capacities.
Not just physical reorganization, but workload reorganization, and also the tools that we use to deliver the efficiency will vastly change.
Meanwhile, the PPPC launched its political campaign last Sunday at the Haiti market, presented its list of candidates a day later to the Guyana Elections Commission, which subsequently received a nod to fully participate in the upcoming elections. Antonio D reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
A Partnership for National Unity has completed its 2025 to 2030 manifesto, which will be in the public domain shortly. This assurance was given by Aubrey Norton, the party's presidential candidate. Antonio Day has that story.
The APNU manifesto is completed. The APNU has completed its manifesto after 4 years of engaging the Guyanese people and professionals. We did not wait for this late hour to pretend to engage in so-called consultation and politics of gimmicks as the PPP has.
That was Aubrey Norton, presidential candidate for the Partnership for National Unity, during a press conference on Friday. Mr. Norton said a significant amount of time was invested in discussing and integrating the various positions of the coalition partners as it relates to his party's manifesto.
Additionally, our manifesto has also benefited from the advice of experts.
The APNU presidential candidate noted that his party's manifesto is intended to capture the essentials of the people-centered development strategy. He elaborated that this includes the APNU-led coalition government's approaches to economic development and managing oil wealth, among other measures.
Eliminating poverty, guaranteeing each household a livable income, creating a comprehensive social protection system, providing top-class social services, building better communities, meeting the UN Sustainable Development Goals, and protecting our territorial integrity.
Mr. Norton said his party's main mantra is putting Guyanese first.
We will be relentless in selling our main message of putting people first and putting resources from oil in the hands of the Guyanese people.
As the party is engaged in intense campaigning, the seasoned politician has urged Guyanese and, to a large extent, his supporters to continuously exercise self-restraint and not to be entrapped in racial and political hostilities with supporters of the People's Progressive Party Civic. He was making reference to an activity which transpired on Nominations Day, where two PPP supporters were spotted in the crowd of APNU supporters.
Every APNU supporter there knew that a plot was afoot to stage an incident. Not surprisingly, the PPP flew its drone directly overhead to capture footage of this obvious crude and reckless attempt at provocation.
I'm Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
More news for you. Stay tuned.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Smart Minds Educational Institute, offering preschool, nursery, and primary levels. Finally, a school that is every parent's dream. Located at 69 Crow Street, offering academic excellence, trained qualified teachers, small class sizes, personalized care, and one-to-one attention for your little ones. So if your child is for preschool, nursery, or primary level, come to Smart Mind, located at 69 Crow Street, or call 231-4885 or 600-9.
How to vote. Having been identified as the voter you claim to be, you will be given a ballot paper that is stamped at the back on the top section as well as the bottom section in your presence. On the ballot paper, provision is made for you to vote twice. Once at the top section where you vote for the general election and once at the bottom section where you vote for the regional election. Look for the name and symbol of the party of your choice in the top section of the ballot paper and mark your X in the empty box next to the party symbol. Then look for the name and symbol of the party of your choice in the bottom section and mark your X in the empty box next to the party's symbol. After you have voted, fold the ballot paper as shown by the election official, dip the first joint of your right index finger in the ink provided, then place the ballot paper in the ballot box. You will then have to peacefully depart the polling station. For more information, contact the GCOM on 225-02779 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
You're still with the HGP Nightly News. The Guyana Teachers Union is moving to the courts yet again to force the Ministry of Education to abide by a High Court order after failing to reinstate deducting union dues from the salaries of teachers. Here is more.
The Ghana Teachers Union is prepared to move to the courts again after the Ministry of Education continues to deliberately defy a High Court's ruling that was unconstitutional for the subject ministry to stop the automatic deduction of unions' dues on behalf of the Ghana Teachers Union. Newly elected president of the Ghana Teachers Union, Coretta MacDonald, told Nightly News on July 16 that the union has already engaged the court since it was deeply concerned over such blatant refusal by the government.
We are awaiting the court marshals to serve that on the Attorney General, the Minister with responsibility for finance, and the Finance Secretary. We have contacted our attorney, and they are in the process of putting together contempt of court document to be filed on this government.
High Court Judge Sanil Kisoon on April 17, 2024, ordered the state to continue the automatic deduction of union dues and remit same to the GTU after the government calculatingly opted to discontinue providing this decades-old concession. Government, in appealing the case, requested a stay of the High Court order, stating that GTU would suffer undue prejudice if the stay was granted, and that the balance of justice lies in favor of the union. Meanwhile, MacDonald, in also addressing engagements between the ministry and the union, as set out in 2024 PAC, which was signed by former President Dr. Mark Light, said this too has been breached.
The Ministry of Education, they have failed to honor that. We've written them extensively on promotions, on meeting to discuss criteria for senior promotion, and urging them that we do that very quickly. And all of this is being done in the interest of our teachers, because every single day our teachers' ages are going. And every time you delay promotions, you are denying a teacher the opportunity of being promoted.
Concerned that the ministry's intention is malevolent towards the welfare of the teachers, the union head pointed to several missed opportunities.
They have been ignoring, and when they have not ignored our letters, they have been rescheduling the meeting date. And this is unacceptable.
Nightly News had reached out to the Minister of Education on July 16, and a follow-up was done on July 18, but the minister has since declined to comment. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
With an update on the oil and gas sector, Antonio Day tells us now that an internal tribunal has granted United States energy company Chevron permission to proceed with its $53 billion purchase of the Hess shares in the Stabroek block.
A Reuters report, as seen by Nightly News, stated that Chief Executive Officer Chevron, Mike Wirth, is hopeful for a turnaround as the Stabroek block offshore Guyana holds over 11 billion barrels of oil, making it one of the most lucrative and fastest growing operations globally. The other two partners in the Stabroek block operations, ExxonMobil and CNOOC, filed the arbitration dispute as they wanted the first shot at the purchase of the Hess stake. In a statement on Friday, the oil conglomerate Exxon expressed disappointment with the ruling. And I quote, "We disagree with the ICC panel's interpretation, but respect the arbitration and dispute resolution process. As we have said before, ExxonMobil and CNOOC are aligned that we have a duty to ensure contract terms are always adhered to and not set a bad precedent for ourselves and the industry." End of quote. According to Exxon, they believe that they have a clear responsibility to the investors to consider their preemption right. This is due to significant value they have created through their innovation and hard work in developing the Guyana resource, especially at a time when the success of the venture was uncertain. Notably, this makes Chevron the third partner in the profitable oil operations in Guyana. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Stay tuned for regional news.
With a new look, new style, with the same great taste in the 250 ml can. Everybody run out now. Go and go grab one. Me charge up with a turbo 250 ml at your favorite spot. Wait, sell. New look, new can, same vibes. Jinxing, energize up your life. Vibes up, work time, anytime we are turn up the party with turbo can. Turbo can, turbo can, turbo can. Now available in the new 250 ml can. Turbo energy drink. Charge up today.
Friend, give me a minute now. I want you to clear something up for me.
Okay. What is it, ma'am? Why you look so confused?
I hear all this talk about elections and voting, but I really don't understand how this could affect me.
All right. It's like this. Once you were registered by GCOM and you were 18 years or older by June 30th, 2025, you are entitled to vote, provided that you are listed in the official list of electors.
Well, I registered and I'm over 18, but how I would know if my name is on the official list of electors?
That's very easy. GCOM is displaying the official list of electors at two popular places in the community where you live. Just go there and check the list. Or you can go to GCOM's website and use the search tool.
Oh, well, thanks. I'm going and doing it now. Yeah. My name on the list. I definitely voting at elections.
Nice.
For more information, contact the GCOM on 225-02779 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
These nice products I cook with proper things. Peppies, you get the best and these things. Oh, no, bless up.
Okay. Pack up these things. Yellow, you put the things in the car.
Loving you is easy cause you're beautiful. Do-da-do-da-do. I love you, and you. I love all of you.
Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
And you. I love Peppies.
Whatever your dream is, Republic Bank can help you make it happen. Make it happen. Let's help you get there with a Make It Happen loan.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
Come on, Luna, come on.
Your own home is so much more than just 4 walls, floors, floors and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Hi, Miss Shirley. Miss Shirley, help me out now, please. Why everyone telling me I must exercise my right to vote? Me ain't got time for that. Why must I vote?
Why must you vote? That is your constitutional right and civic duty, my child. Besides, think about this. Government officials make decisions that affect the well-being of you, your family, and community. By voting for a party of your choice, you will be electing the people who will be making these very important decisions. If you don't vote, then you will allow the people who vote to choose government officials without your input. Those others may not share your views about issues that matter to you.
Wait. It's so much voting means to me, and I'm playing the fool. I definitely gonna vote on election day.
For more information, contact the GCOM on 225-02779 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
Good evening and welcome to the Friday, July 18 edition of the Regional News. I'm Antonio Day. We begin with news in Haiti. The European Council has added 3 Haitian individuals to a list for their involvement in criminal activities and gang violence, stating that they pose a threat to the peace and stability of Haiti and CARICOM. It said that these individuals will be subject to an asset freeze and the provision of funds or economic resources, directly or indirectly to them, or if their benefit is prohibited. Additionally, a travel ban to the European Union will be applied. The EU, led by High Representative Kaja Kallas, has imposed new sanctions on individuals linked to escalating violence in Haiti, including mass killings, child recruitment, kidnapping, and gender-based violence. The European Council said it has decided to renew the EU framework for restrictive measures against those responsible for threatening the peace, stability, and security of Haiti or undermining democracy and the rule of law in the country until the 29th of July 2026, as the EU remains concerned about the persistent and destabilizing criminal activities, including the high levels of gang violence that undermine the stability of the region. Over to news in Bahamas. The Bahamas recorded 156 cases of HIV infections last year, as health officials revealed that nearly 4,000 people were living with the virus at the end of 2024. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Michael Darville announced that 3,988 people with HIV make up 1.1% of the population, with new cases decreasing by 47% since 2010. The Director of National HIV/AIDS and Infectious Disease Program at the Ministry of Health said New Providence residents made up 82% of the new infections. She said the Grand Bahama accounted for 10% of the new cases and the remaining 8% were across the remaining islands, with males representing 63% of the HIV cases. The health official said that people between the ages of 30 and 39 accounted for 36% of those infections, while those between the ages of 40 and 49 accounted for 19% of the new infections. And finally, with some international news, a cockpit recording of the conversation between the 2 pilots of the Air India flight that crashed last month suggests that the captain deliberately cut off the flow of fuel to the plane engine, according to a source familiar with the early assessment of the evidence by U.S. officials. The U.S. assessment is not contained in a formal document, said the source, who emphasized that the cause of the June 12 crash in Ahmedabad, India, which was bound for London and killed 260 people, remains under investigation. There was no cockpit video recording definitively showing which pilot flipped the switches, but the weight of evidence from the conversation points to the captain, according to the early assessment. The Wall Street Journal first reported similar information on Wednesday about the world's deadliest aviation accident in a decade. Thank you for watching. I'm Antonio Day. Have a great weekend and be safe. Goodbye for now.
U.S. Secretary of State orders diplomats to stay silent on elections in foreign countries. 6 of 7 political parties received the nod from GCOM will contest the 2025 elections. AFCI's JOINDER option. ADRIANA Young case, hotel cameras were working. Legal battle coming, attorney. And the GTU demands answers from state on reinstating remittance of union Jews. MANICKCHAND refuses to comment. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm ALETHEA Grant. Thanks for watching.